What's up, guys? And ladies. In this episode, I'm reviewing WWE Defining Moments Sting action figure by Mattel. Alright, so kicking it off, you can see Sting and his baseball bat accessory showcased nicely in front of your standard Defining Moments packaging. And on both sides of the box, we get a little picture of Sting looking all mysterious and menacing like. And on the back, you get a look at the back side of the figure, surrounded by some of his scorpion designs and a little read up. And if you'd like to read it, feel free to pause it. And then the bottom. So the inside of the packaging is designed with these two artwork profiles of Sting, which look really cool. And it's got a picture of his signature in the middle. So he does come with the little wooden baseball bat accessory. That's an all black plastic with the little wood grains carved in it. And from being a little too snug in the packaging, mine came out really warped, but I think I could fix it. Yep, so that was an easy fix. All I did was get my girl's blow dryer, and I heated up the bat until it was a real soft plastic. I straightened it out the best I could and ran it under cold water, trying to keep it straight. Let it sit for a couple minutes, and looks pretty good. And Sting holds the bat very well. His right hand is like a small grip hand to hold the grip of the bat, and his left hand is like a wide open hand to hold like the top of the bat. So Sting out of the packaging looks badass. His head sculpt is perfect. And his duster looks freaking amazing. Whatever material they use is perfect, where it could pass as leather, but in actuality it's like this really thin, but seems really durable material. And it's really lightweight and thin, so it doesn't seem to inhibit any of the articulation, which is awesome. And I like that the duster seems to be proportioned correctly. It doesn't seem too bulky and obnoxious. And what's really cool is it's so easy to take it on and off. So even without the duster, Stinger's looking badass. You got that big ass scorpion on the front of his outfit, the padded pants, the boots, the gloves, and the painted face looking real solid. So the paint apps on the face look nearly perfect. It looks like they hit all their marks. The hair's looking not too bad, and those little tiny shoulder pads have some nice sculpt to them. And that little sculpted on necklace looks pretty cool. So that scorpion is applied perfectly to his outfit. It looks so solid. I'm stoked to see that it came out that nice. So the only thing that's really thrown me off with this figure is the shoulders. They look a little small proportion compared to his big beefy arms. I noticed on one of the Ultimate Warrior figures I have, he has the same arms, but bigger shoulders. So I'm thinking the reason they gave him smaller ones so it didn't inhibit the articulation or the range of motion since he has those little tiny shoulder pads. So even though I said it's thrown me off a little bit, it doesn't really bother me. The only reason I found it necessary to mention it is because when I was seeing people post pictures of the figure, it kind of looked like his head was a little big, but once I got him out of the packaging, I kind of deciphered that I think it's his shoulders. But like I said, it really doesn't bother me. And some nicely painted buckles on his boots. Articulation! His head moves side to side, and you get a little bit of neck pivot going on. Doesn't really move up, but moves down a little bit. His arms can move all the way around, can move up all the way, got upper bicep swivel, and single hinged elbows. His wrists hinge up and down, and swivel all the way around. He can move this far back with his ab crunch, and this far forward. So you can see the scorpion design doesn't go throughout the ab crunch, so when he's fully extended backwards, you expose a little voided area where the design wasn't applied. His waist rotates side to side. His legs can spread out pretty far. They can kick forward pretty far, and a little bit back. He's got upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees, and top of the boot rotation. And his feet can move up and down. And he does have peg holes on the bottom of his feet. So the Stinger clocks in just under 7 inches tall. And then Sting sizing up next to WWE Legends Ultimate Warrior and WWE Defining Moments Hulk Hogan. And you can see what I was saying about Ultimate Warrior and Sting's arms looking the same, but their shoulders look a little bit different. What's that? You want a fun fact? Yeah, I got a fun fact for you. Did you know that Sting and the Ultimate Warrior were once tag team partners? So this is before they established their more popular gimmicks that got them top dogs in the industry. They were known as the Blade Runners. They were hella jacked up and shredded. They were like goofy black face paint. And you could tell it was a gimmick that was like based off of like Road Warrior's Legion of Doom. It's funny because Warrior's always had this huge bodybuilder physique, but he looks even bigger as a Blade Runner than he does later on in his WWF career. And then same thing with Sting. He just looks so jacked compared to later on in WCW. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it's just because they were transitioning over from being professional bodybuilders into the professional wrestling scene. And Sting lining up next to Toy Biz Marvel Legends Blade and Nightcrawler 2. Even though I was never really a big fan of WCW, I was always a fan of Sting. I thought he was one of the cooler characters that came out of that promotion. And I like how later on in Sting's career he kind of took on the Eric Draven Crow kind of gimmick. It really set him apart from a lot of the other wrestlers and made him really unique. But I do look forward to an old school release of Sting with the bleach blonde flat top haircut. I'm definitely going to swoop one of those up as well. Thanks for watching this review. Subscribe, check out some other videos, and we'll see you next time. And I always liked how his gimbal said, the hell's a gimbal?